That was good.
Yeah, scoot over.
There you go.
You guys, we are live with Sinbad. Finally, we have you here in the flesh. Not quite.
Cool. Good to be here. Good to be here.
How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain about nothing.
I'm so happy to hear that. We've been excited to have you. We want to chat with you. I have to tell you, the last couple of days, the last 48 hours for me has been, I've been in like a Sinbad bonanza. And I have to say, honestly, you are such an open book. I was thinking to myself, okay, I want to know something that nobody knows about you, and I'm going to get it out of him today. Because
I might have forgot it. I might have forgot what nobody knows. I've talked, well, dang, I'm trying to remember. No, I don't remember. You know what? I'm trying to think what major things that I've done that nobody knows. But no, I think there's a lot of stuff. I think most of the stuff that I do, what I'm really about, I'm amazed at what people don't know that I do, or don't know that I'm out here trying to do, or what I'm interested in doing. I mean, some people just find out I love music. Some people just find out that I'm a nerd and love technology. Some people just find out I'm still doing comedy. Some people are just finding out. There's so much that people are just finding out. I don't think I did a good PR job in my career. Well, no, I didn't. Antoinette Gus, I didn't, because I didn't think, my sister one time was my publicist. I had one early. I spent so much money on the publicist. I said, why are we spending all this money to tell people who I am? You know, you're trying to build yourself. Why don't I just do what I do?
Yes.
And then I realized that all that stuff you see, all these people you think are hot, and all these Netflix specials, I said, oh, that's part of a machine. Like the Kardashians were a machine. Yeah. That's Ryan, man. Ryan Seacrest. That you'll never go through a store without seeing them on the cover of a magazine. It's not that people are just interested, they make you stay interested. And then when you get uninterested, they just get naked real quick. And then they just jump naked, and now we're here.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff that you talk about. Like, I think to myself, like you talk about a lot of stuff in your comedy, and I'm a comedian as well, as you know. And a lot of times, like I feel like I have to wait for everybody to die in order for me to talk about certain things. And you don't seem to have that thing. You really go for it, but you do it in a way that's really, you know, it's benevolent, and you find a way to talk about things in a way that just makes people feel good, but you're still getting your point across. Are there things that you just don't like? There are places that you don't go when in your comedy places?
There are places I won't go. You know, there are comics who, like, somebody said, was that too soon? I said, if you have to ask that question, it was. I always, this is my whole criteria for a joke. If I can't do that joke with that person in the front row looking at me, I won't do the joke.
Right.
I've seen people do jokes because the person's not there. I said, but could you have told that joke if that family was there? If the family of a person that died, if the family of a person that's persecuted was sitting in the front row, would you tell that joke? And that's my whole thing. If I won't tell that joke with that person there, I won't tell that joke with that person not there. Because that's a coward. I think it's being a coward. Comics get to talk a lot of trash. No, we get to talk a lot of. I once told Bill Maher, I said, yo, man, at some point we starting to believe that we are making these changes. Because when he started getting more and more political, I said, you do know, you're just telling jokes, bro. At the end of the day, you always got to remember, unless I'm doing something to make something better as a human being, forget comedy. If I can't walk out this studio and say, I'm doing something other than, it's easy to dog people. When people fall down, it's easy to put the video up. Oh, did you see this fool fall? But we're all going to fall one day. Somebody's going to put the video up of you. Will you laugh as hard as you did at other people?
That's right.
You know,
that's a really good point.
And I told my family, look, I'm a comic now. You probably shouldn't have done it. You know the rule, Antoinette. If you sit with me and you said it, they go like, oh God, you know me. Once you give it to me, it's mine. That's right. The rule of comedy. If you didn't want to be heard on stage, I've done stuff on people, they go like, man, my wife was sitting right next to me. I said, I didn't say your name. But dude, she knew that was her. I said, then that was a good story. If she's pissed at you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you remember the very first time? I always ask, you know, we've been doing these fireside chats since we all went into quarantine, and we've been chatting with comics. And always the question that I find really interesting is, do you remember the moment that you recognized that you were funny, right? As a kid, or if it was as a kid, and the moment that you kind of went, all right, I'm gonna do that. I like it, and I'm gonna pursue it, because you strike me as a person who, you know, doesn't get, you've had a lot of rejection, but you strike me as a person whose fire gets stoked by rejection.
You know, it's funny you said that. My dad
Yeah.
said, you don't do well when the world's on your side. He said, you get lazy and complacent. Because I tell people, they go, man, you work so hard. I said, I'm the laziest of my dad's kids. I will find another way. If my dad tell me to shovel snow, I will find a way to get a big thing and push all the snow at once, because I ain't staying out here all day. That's my thing. But I was 4 years old. I can tell you something. I was 4 years old, maybe 5. I'm in my bedroom. I hear this voice on TV. I go outside and I tell my dad, I'm going to be him. It was Alan King. Wow. Can you believe that? It was Alan King. I told Alan King, you have no idea. I didn't know what a mother-in-law, I kept telling these mother-in-law jokes. I said, what's a mother-in-law? But I'm cracking up as a 5-year-old. That's when I realized I got older. You can talk about things that people don't know about. If you do it in the right way, they'll still laugh because it just sounded funny. So it was Alan King. And then, years went on. I'm playing basketball and doing everything, but I don't know why at 5. It was just that moment. And I was always acting crazy, but I was always getting beat up, and I always wasn't fitting. And it was just, I grew late in life, so I got to be taller. And my anger, I was one of those kids. Can we all get along? And then when I got ready to fight, I went overboard. You go overboard because you take too much. That's why I respect kids that fight. When I say a young kid fight and he's about to get knocked out, I said, there's something about him. Right. I didn't have that as a young person. They got that fight. They just got that fighter in them that you're not going to talk to me that way.
Right.
I was more like, man, why are you saying this to me? I don't hate you. Boom, knocked out. So I'm like, then I couldn't wait to go back and get everybody. Oh God, I couldn't. I had a list of people, but when I found them, my life was so good.
Yeah.
I said, God got to you first.
I know what you mean.
First, bro. You're so jacked up. Yeah, can I give you some money? Because your life is so jacked up. Yeah. I'm okay. I said, I made it through. Yeah. But when I knew I could be funny, I was 8th grade. And that's the first time I said, I'm going to try to be funny. Because I was it was a seminar at Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I'm with Mrs. James Brothers, and we're all doing stuff, and I'm hitting. And it's hitting, people laughing. But then it was like a superpower I didn't have control of. I did something, and everybody did this. What'd you say? I said, okay. I went too far. I'm probably gonna get beat up on this one, but it was like learning. It was like learning the craft. I didn't realize that was my first moment on purpose. I wanted to be remembered as the funny dude, but I ended up being remembered as a jerk. I just said I got to modify. Because I was doing good up to that point. Right. I must modify the joke.
You kept going. But you kept going. Like, I think to myself, how many people have moments where it doesn't go well, and they let that affect them. And as I was reading, I've been like watching you for the last at least 3 days, and there's you honestly, and then watching your stand up, and you just you keep going, and you keep diversifying, and you don't let things get to you, and that's like a very admirable thing. I mean, I'm not blowing smoke, and you managed to do it. We're at the Canyon when you're on stage, and you managed to do it really gracefully, because you don't really treat people badly, and you don't really say things that are really horrible about people that you wouldn't say about yourself. And I'm really, it's very impressive. You've sold out here. I've seen you twice here, and you like make the whole room seem like it's just like 5 people having a good time. It's like a very intimate environment that you create. So I don't know, you have that fire, and it's apparent in everything you do. I wanted to talk a little bit about what you and I spoke about a couple of days ago when we jumped on the phone, because you kind of went back out on the road recently.
One time, it was funny. It was it's when they started canceling gigs. My last gig was in Omaha, Nebraska, February 28th, and that's when I had hand sanitizer backstage. It was just the beginning. I walked on stage and said, "Hey man, I'm not shaking your hand. I'll do this afterwards. I'm not touching nobody." But they still tried to do a meet and greet afterwards. I said, I'm not playing. I said, I can't get sick. I can't go home to my family. My son had just had I just had my grandson. He wasn't even a full month old yet. I said, I can't come home and get my family sick. And people were looking we didn't know what it was. Remember beginning of March, we didn't know what this was.
Right.
And I had been sick before I went on the road. I was sick for like, 10 days. I got drips. I went to get a blood drip and all kind of vitamins infused. I got a great doc. I said, man, infuse me so I can go on the road. Comics, we don't stop. We don't get off the road. So I got that done. I think I might even had it. Who knows? I'm gonna get tested for the COVID platelets because I got tested twice in the last 10 days. Yesterday I got my positive. Second time no, but I go to Arizona and nobody's wearing a mask. And this is right before it blew up. It blew up. When I left on Monday, it went up about 25%. Nobody's wearing a mask. They're all hanging out. They're all militant. They're all just like, it's a defiance. And it's not about if you believe in COVID or not, but what does a mask do for protecting somebody else's grandfather, somebody else's kid? So it's the defiance. No, it's political. It's become political. Usually if I see a gun and a flag, there's no mask. So it just became a political movement. I said, I can never put myself. And then I went home and realized we are done this way. That's when I realized, can it be done? And we half up a club, but it's hard because people laughing. Laughter is like singing that choir that got sick. Just spit all in the air. I'm spitting. Everybody's in the air. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. This is, so I actually had Lysol spray spraying around me in the area where I was on stage.
Seriously?
Oh yes, I sprayed the mic. And they thought I was playing. I had a temperature gun. I took the temperatures of the people in the front row. And one person had a temperature of 103. I said, yo, I said, do you know you got a temperature of 103? And she started laughing. I said, I'm serious. I need you to go further back on the table. And I told the guy with her, you probably gonna get COVID-19, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, people don't take it serious. For us who entertain, we realize this is the first time we've been shut down. It was like we got shut down.
Yeah.
And we need people to be in a group to make our money. Our job depends on a crowd.
Yep.
So a lot of my friends called me and said, dude, I went to my agent, just cancel everything. I'm not gonna do this, let one job drop. And then I said, just cancel it. We're not gonna fake this. We're not gonna fake this. Just cancel them. It's not gonna happen. I said, I have to find another way. So I went right to, how do I find it? Did you see Antoinette, all those people try to do stand-up online the first week, trying to be the first comic?
I did.
They were taking L's.
It was
Y'all
horrible.
were taking L's. I said, no.
Like, why am I doing this?
Not yet. Don't do it yet. Let somebody else fail first. Watch some other comic. And people were like this.
It was the hardest thing I ever did.
Hey, I'm like this. Oh. Comic by himself is called madness. That's madness.
It's really
madness.
bad.
It's madness.
Yeah.
It's better to have 9 people sitting looking at you and laughing because you got somewhere to go.
Yeah.
The Laugh Factory was doing it, and I was telling my people, don't ever do that again.
I did it from my bathroom. It was really depressing. I mean, I just had to remember where the laughs were, pause for the laughs in my head. It was
But
hard.
Don't you learn? We can't do what we did before. Now our thing is like this. How do I do comedy where I'm sitting talking to people? We're conversationalists now.
Yep.
Now the thing, hey, on Zoom, let me talk to y'all. Tell me what you want me to talk about. Now I need it from that. Give it to me. That's what I do on stage. So for me, I said, oh man, I went right to Netflix about a Netflix special. I said, man, put me on the stage, 50 people in the audience, give me LED screens on the side, let people from home for the first time ever ask me the questions, and my whole hour will be what people ask for from the audience.
I love
Netflix was like this. Oh, we had that idea before. I said, oh, there they go. There they go. They're not gonna give it to me. I don't know why I'm not on the list. I'm not on the radar.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't get it.
And I can't waste time trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
All I can do is keep going.
Yeah.
All I can do is keep going. So I'm gonna do it, my way.
Yep. Well, we want you back at the Canyon.
Yeah, we gotta do a Sinbad presents at the Canyon. I got this idea. I got a show called I Call Bullshit, where people just come in on Zoom. I say, okay, tell me what's going on in your life, and I'll let you know if that's bull or not. And I even let the other people on Zoom tell you if they no man, that's bull. A lot of times what we think is doing is so cool, but it ain't cool.
Yeah.
And you need somebody to call you on your bullshit. You need somebody who's like, yo. That's a true friend. Yo, man, look, don't wear that shirt in there. Come on, man. Don't please. Put a coat on. Don't wear that shirt. It is not cool. It don't look good. Unless that's what you're going for, the not cool look.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out. Like I said, I got some ideas.
Yeah, we will figure it out.
We'll figure it out because that's what we do. We as entertainers, a lot of cats out there still trying to get paid the same amount of money. A guy said, man, I said, I'm doing Zoom. I'm doing corporate. I called agents up and said, man, let me do some corporate shows. I said, I know you guys are still gathering. You're doing the Friday night sip wine and everything. I said, let me come in and talk to your troops. I said, this where old dogs like me or people who got time in the game. And so we know who we are. Young comics, they haven't developed who they are yet. So they're trying to figure out how to be all slick because you got your followers online. So, dude, that ain't comedy. You just got some friends.
Yep, exactly.
You just got some friends.
I love the idea because you incorporate Q&A in your show anyway. Yep. So why not? Why not?
Just another day.
To people. Exactly.
To me, just another day. Just another day. I'm the only one that will unmute 100 people in a Zoom call. I will unmute 100 people. I will unmute 100 people. And I hope I have a Zoom by. I hope you show up and say something stupid. You're just a heckler. Remember, for us, that's just a heckler. That's not the end of the seminar.
Yeah.
Take a seat. Take a seat.
Well, on that note, like, what was your worst heckling situation, or your worst moment on stage where it was just like, oh, this is bad?
I've only had 2 moments where I couldn't get something out of it. The one moment was because it was an African wedding and nobody spoke English, but the person that booked me.
And they didn't tell you.
And I had to do 2 different segments. He wouldn't let me get out the second segment. I said, man, nobody's understanding a word I'm saying. Please. He goes, yeah, man, but you're funny. I'm laughing. They understand you. I said, oh, they understand English. They just don't say it back. Oh, I see. So they all speak English. They're just not speaking it to me, right?
Right.
No, you're killing, man. I said, can I just take half the money and go? Can I just take half the money? Because this ain't fun for me. See, I like to have fun myself. But I made it through that. And in the only other night was I was on stage and this guy was just sitting in the front row. And I said, man, are you having fun? And his wife said, he's deaf.
No.
But his hearing was real bad. He had the hearing aid turned down. I said, Sinbad, go. Think. I did this. I thought, and I did this. I said, hey, man, you're the luckiest dude in the room because you can't hear your wife. And she told him what I said. He fell out, and everybody swore.
That's good.
Everybody swore I set it up. They said, man, that ain't fair. You had a setup. I said, bro, I was my brain was Rolodexing, was moving because the whole room did this. The room was cracking up. They said, I was like this. I didn't change my face. I said, well, man, you know what? You're the luckiest man here. And he fell out. He fell out.
I love it.
And his wife was laughing. I said, and afterwards she goes, you know, he had the best time tonight and couldn't hear anything you said until the last thing. He turned his hearing up. He turned his hearing up after that because he refused to listen to comics. That's hilarious. That's a good story. Only night was strange was the night I thought I was gonna get shot. I was on stage and this dude started walking. I was in a club. I'd never been in a comedy club. This is a club they got to buzz you in. It was like the House of Grapes. This dude started walking from the back. I said, are we about to fight? Am I gonna get shot? I was 4 seconds from saying, just jump off stage and jump on him. That way I won't get shot or he got to shoot me up close. And he walks to front stage. Man, you're a funny motherfucker, man. And then he walked back to his seat. I said, oh, thank you, man. I was 4 seconds from jumping off the stage. Well, I might have got shot. But he just walked up. And the only bad influence was like my first time. I won the Air Force talent show and I got kicked out of the Air Force. And ain't no clubs. I'm in Wichita, Kansas. And this guy said, man, let me book you, man. It was it Mother's Finest or it might have been Bucket of Blood? These are all nightclubs. So Bucket of Blood, you should never do comedy in a place called Bucket of Blood. So I go, we get to the club. Says, I got your book. We get to the club, we're at the front door. They don't know who he is. I'm going, wait a minute. I'm not booked here? I said, forget it. He goes, no, man, let me talk to the man. I said, dude, they don't know you. I don't want to work here. He goes, man, let me hook you up, brother. That's how you got to be bold in this business. So they said, okay, a comedian. Okay, he can do 5 minutes. I said, I don't want to do 5 minutes. I said, I don't want to do 5 minutes. He goes, man, come on, man. This is your moment. It's your opportunity. Let me get the money up front. He took the money and left. And I didn't even hardly know him.
Wow.
The DJ is named Star Child. He dressed like looking like Bootsy Collins. He's DJing DJ Star Child. They go like, DJ, there's a comedian. What? There's a comedian. He took the record off. Cutie Pie, number one record in the country. Everybody mad now. I'm like this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. This is my first gig out of the Air Force getting kicked out talent show. The microphone cable is like 4 inches. I'm above the turntable. I'm sitting with the mic above the turntable. And anybody want to hear no comedian? Nobody want to hear no comedian? And this girl said, we want to dance. I said, well, wasn't nobody dancing with your fat ass? No way. And someone said, move. A Cavassier bottle went flying by my head. I said, thank you very much. And I walked off stage. I thought I was leaving, but I walked into the liquor room. So there's no exit. So I just sat on the liquor for 3 hours till the club closed. And people kept knocking on the door. Come on, Mr. Comedian, it's all right. Mr. Comedian, it's all right, man. Come on, man. Come on, Mr. Comedian, come on out. And the girl kept coming in, the waitress, do you need anything? I said, no, I'm just going to sit here till the club closes at 3 in the morning. And then I'm never coming back.
Isn't it amazing the things that happen as you're a developing comic, and the fact that it doesn't deter you, that it's just like you have that hunger for that laugh, that hunger to perform. And when I was kind of, I know you're a preacher's son, and I was kind of like, I don't think anybody's really kind of asked that question, but like your father had a really, it's very sad to hear like how that he was, I guess your father's mother got remarried and married a man.
His dad died, and the new guy said, I don't want any of these kids. And she gave all her kids away, all her brothers, all of his brothers and sisters and everything as well.
Your dad was basically given away.
Yeah, given away. And then one woman said, I'll take him. When he was like adopted, said, I'll take him. And she was a mean woman, but she would never pick up from my dad. When I get these stories, my dad was most loving. My dad is like,
well, that's what I know. I know you talk about your dad.
He never had it. He was just the coolest. He just the coolest cat. When we got older, he would tell me stories. I could see what the damage had been done as a kid, but he never put that on us. He never put that on anybody. He would help anybody. But what I respect him so much, he was a tough freaking preacher. Fight, tough, slim, tough.
I love that.
He was a pro boxer at 16, lied about his age. Him and a guy named Sammy Rogers out there boxing at 16, fighting men. I said, I wish I could be like, I want to be like him. He was a fighter. He was tough. He had love in his heart, man. So that came to me as I got older. And I said, I got to fight. I'm going to fight like my dad. Like my younger brother, he just had it in him. My other younger brother, they had it in them, man. You know, me and my older brother, we were more like the pacifists of the family.
Well, you're the second child, right? It's Michael first, then you.
Michael first, yeah.
It struck me when you got all those scholarships, like, you know, I never got one. I tried for so many. I never got one. You got like 70 scholarships.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? 70 scholarships. You don't tell your mother. You see a Denver, you saw like the basketball team, and you like, I'm going to go to Denver. And then your dad gives you a van for $75 where he
$75 van.
I mean, who does that?
With the stick shift. The stick shift didn't work. They had to put a nail. We had to put a nail to hold the stick shift so I could shift gears. He said, get out of here before your mama get back. My mother had just gone to see her grandmother and said, get out of here before your mother gets back. He said, boy, don't die. He said, don't you die. Don't you die on the road. He says, don't you die on me on the road. You get to Denver.
You gotta give it up to your dad.
Yeah, my dad, I know it.
I mean,
he never told me what it couldn't be. He never told me, but he did tell me one time I was crying. I got cut from the team in 8th grade. I was crying. He said, son, can I be honest with you? He says, they cut you because you're not that good yet. And I looked at him like, what? What kind of speech is that? He said, no. He says, we can work at it. He bought a goal. He put a basketball, bought a goal for somebody to run himself, put it in the backyard, had a little patio, put it in the ground. He said, we're going to play every day. We're going to play every day. He goes, I can't guarantee you make the team, but it won't be because you didn't work hard. He said, you can accept not making it if you worked hard and this is all you got.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah. So it was, you know, he made me, that was the beginning, because I had a temper. God, I had a crazy, I used to tear my jersey off. I had a temper. I don't know where it came from. I think it was a frustration. And I had this crazy temper.
Why were you frustrated?
All the stuff growing up, all the things, I wanted to be things that didn't happen. Being broke, seeing the racism, having my own people jack with me because I didn't fit as a kid. Color of my skin was wild. It was just everything. I was a weird looking kid, young. And I kept seeing what I was going to be. I'm going to be a rock star. And one day they're gonna brag. The only thing that kept me going is cats will chase me. One day you're gonna brag that you knew me, and I'm gonna walk right by you and say, I don't know you. I said that was my goal. I can't wait to walk by some people that think they know me and say, man, excuse me, what's your name? That was in my mind, that's what I'm thinking as they beat me up. Yeah, one day you can talk about how you beat me up.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love
So, you
that.
know, that came. And so I was so
And
angry.
that
My dad
happened.
said, he said, you got to start breathing. So I started breathing and learning how to meditate a little bit and talking to myself. And he said, there's a book now called Self-Talk. He said, you got to talk to yourself. You got to calm yourself down. He says, nobody's job to calm you down but yourself. He said, nobody's going to save you but you. And my dad, plus I believe in God. I said, my thing that kept me going was there's a bigger picture. And then I started reading all these positive thinking books. My mother got me a book, Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. Og
What was
Mandino,
that? What was that?
yeah, The Power of Positive Thinking.
Uh-huh.
Norman Vincent Peale. It was the first book it was a used book, run myself book. And then I went to a white church, a white congregational church to see Bob Richards. He used to be on the cover of Wheaties. He's a preacher, but he was an Olympic athlete. And I'm like, I ain't gonna see this white dude. I don't see this dude. So me and my friend, I don't see this dude. My dad made us go. And he said something from the pulpit. He says, if most people only use 1/10 of 1% of all their abilities. And I don't know why I heard it. My friend didn't hear it. I said, if I just use 1%, I'll be Superman. I said, if I can use 1%. I mean, and then he started telling all these stories about people who weren't great. He would give the before story. It's like that. Remember, Andy would do the rest of the story.
Yeah.
There was oh God, and he would do like this, and the rest of the story. It'd be some crazy thing. It'd be some crazy thing, man. I said, wow. I saw the rest of the story about Colonel Sanders affected me. They said there's this old man, never had a success in his life, been a failure most of his life. Nothing was right. His kids were going to stop him from seeing his grandkids. So he decided to go to elementary school to steal his grandchild. Got there and realized he went to the wrong school. He said, even in that, he failed. He was going to take his life. He said, but something said, he was 56 years old. He said, something said, you know what, let's do something else. And that was Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's why you have no young pictures of Colonel Sanders.
Wow.
You have no young. Colonel Sanders changed his life at 56.
Wow.
And I said, you know what?
That.
I said, everyone has a moment. As long as you breathe. I try to tell people, as long as you can breathe, as long as you breathe, you can make this thing get better. But you don't have as much time as you think you have. I tell young people, it's a fast trip out here. You know, Antoinette,
yeah.
We were young. I mean, I'm like, guys, I remember starting. I remember I smiled. We had so much. Comedy's never going to be what it was. It's never going to be what it was.
I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you about that. It's
never going to be it.
Yeah, it's like you're a bigger picture guy.
Yeah.
You know, what's the bigger picture for, you know, the climate of what's going on with COVID and with the conflict in our country, the conflict in the world? What do you feel like the bigger picture is?
You know what the bigger picture was? I think God gave us a perfect storm to change. I look at it this way, and some people might get mad, but it's true. When Trump came into office, we were first mad. But I said, you know what? He woke up a lot of racists. But you know what? When he woke up racists, he woke up to other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He woke up to racists, but he also woke up to other people who were tired.
Yeah.
So as that group moved on, other people said, I'm done. It's like after Vietnam War. It's like the civil rights. It took everybody going, we got to get these boys home. It was a cover of Newsweek's magazine. I don't know if you remember, 70, 69. It was a soldier, a young American soldier with the head of a Vietnamese in his hand, just standing on the road with the head in his hand. And America said, Jesus Christ, we're sending up our kids off the war to be animals. And that's when America said, the media changed everything. When you can see it, the media. So now with social media, I'm looking at this. Yes, it always, we lose lives. People get killed. Every revolution has a loss. But out of that loss, some great things. I think these people, I'm looking at these young kids, I'm so proud of them. They're not turning around. I'm looking now at the Washington Redskins. Native Americans said, we want that name gone. And for the first time, they have a chance of getting rid of it. People saying, I want that chop. I don't want that Indian chop no more. Everyone is saying, women are saying, you are not going to talk to me like this. You're not going to touch me. You know what? I wish you would. So now I'm looking at America. It's not just the black-white thing. It's black, white, women, gay, everybody, LGBT. Everybody's like this. I wish you would say something stupid to me. I wish you would say with your old racist, homophobic, sexist butt, I wish you would say something to me because now people aren't playing. And then I think in the next 15 years, then from now, the next 15 years, because my generation and the generation in front of me has to die. We carry too much. We carry that America 1950, 1940,
We do.
1930. Yeah, we carry that. Even when you try to get rid of it, it's in you. When I say a racist that's 40, I said, where you get that from, bro? You you wouldn't even you 40 as a racist? Who gave that's inherited racism.
Yeah.
You don't even know why you're mad.
Yep.
You grew up in the hip hop generation. What the hell are you talking about, man? That's learned. But when that foundation is gone, when that my generation and the generation before me is gone, when that foundation is gone, there's a chance to defeat that. Always gonna be a jerk, always gonna be a bully, there's always gonna be an asshole, there's always gonna be one or two of them, but you can handle that.
I love that.
You can handle that.
That's beautiful.
That gives me hope.
Yeah.
That gives me hope.
Yeah. It's a lot to navigate. It's a lot to
Yeah, it
navigate
is.
right now. It really is.
Some people freaking out. Men are freaking out like, well, I guess I just want to talk to somebody in the office. Well, are you a freak? Are you a jerk? When a man says that, so what you been saying, bro? There's a lot of other words you can use. So what have you been saying? Have you been grabbing people?
Oh my God, you made me laugh so hard. It was like, this is so true. I actually wrote it down on my board. You were talking about, oh God, you said you're talking about how to tell men how to be. Because
yes,
women like bad boys. I mean, that's what
they
we do.
They love the jerk when they're young. They love him.
Right.
They love him.
They do.
They
And you said, be nasty, be sexy, but don't be creepy.
Yes.
Right?
You got to find that. Where's that middle? No, it's funny, men. Men used to know it though. Look, when I was coming up,
yeah,
you at a club, you're finagling. It's no apps. Man, you ain't no swipe right. Swipe is moving people out the way. Excuse me. What's your name? Excuse me. That's the swipe. The swipe is real. You ain't like going like this. So, your game, your finesse is like, hey, how you doing? What's my name? Hey, you coming off? No, coming off. And hey, what you want to do later? I don't know what you're trying to say. No, I'm just saying you want to get something to eat. So you go to the Denny's move and you get something to eat at Denny's. And what do you want to do now?
Right.
I'm thinking, really? Are you tired? I want to go by my, what? No, ain't gonna happen. It's a finagle. It's a finagle. It's a finagle because no one's saying no or yes, but you, as a man, you gotta pay attention to every signal. Totally. So when she go, I ain't trying to do this, but she's saying I ain't trying to do this. So it was a constant paying attention to when she finally says no. I mean, get your hand. Okay, I got it now. I got it. Right. Because it used to be she might be in the room with you. What are you doing? What are we doing? Are we doing this? Are we really doing this? So it's that mutual dance, but you're still paying attention to the no. Where's the no? I'm waiting for the no because when the no comes, I got to pull back because I can't be jerky, dude.
Right.
I can't be creepy, dude.
Right. I mean, think about it. We didn't have social media, so we were learning how to be with each other.
Yes.
We were learning social cues. Now I just feel like I'm from Brooklyn, so it's like you don't look at somebody the wrong way. You don't say what you can't back up.
Thank you. That's that new. See that when I went to New York, when I did the Apollo, New York was a whole different. You know what I miss? When people not from New York didn't understand it. When rap came in, everybody said, yo, yo, yo. See, everybody started talking like New Yorkers. Everybody got a New York state of mind. I said, no, man, that's earned. Those are kids who were 5 years old walking to school, catching the subway. Now in New York, I said, this kid, he's by himself. He's going to school. I said, what?
Right.
New York got this thing. It's a rhythm. I wasn't ready for it when I first got there. I was like this. Whoo! I had to duck into a hotel lobby.
It's a lot.
Right. Let me get my mind right.
Think about it. In New York, it's like you have people constantly in front of you. You have to you learn the skill of how to read what's in front of you. Because what's in front of you may kill you, or they may be the best opportunity you ever had. And you have to be able to read that, and you learn that.
And quickly.
Really great.
And quickly. And they know you're not from there. New Yorkers always, where you from? I said, what? Where you from? New Yorkers know about something you just did. You're not from here.
Right. That's so true. That's
because when I first heard standing on line, when y'all like standing on line, I didn't know. I accidentally cut these people. I didn't see the line around the corner. And the dude said, yo, man, Sinbad, look, man, we love you, man. But there's a line here. I said, okay.
I love it.
I went to buy some shoes. Guy said, yo, what's my time you gonna buy the shoes? Before I even get all into this, bro. Before I get all into this, man. If I find the shoe you want, you buying the shoe, or you just trying shoes on.
I love that, right?
And I was like, yo, But then I found out I could be a little more aggressive back, so I could throw back. I said I had to learn there's a way to haggle back. I mean, I remember even as crazy as the cops were, I could say stuff to cops in New York I couldn't say in LA. Yo, you can't move here. I'm just running inside. I'm running inside. When you run inside, you get right back out. I'm gonna do that. It's like it's a strange,
perfect example. I have to say, when there's a cop behind me in New York driving behind me,
yeah,
I don't feel nervous.
No.
Because they're just driving behind me. But if there's a cop behind me here, I'm like sweating. I'm like thinking about
what's he doing? What's he doing?
You know, so it's a different.
Yeah, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Exactly.
I miss New York when it only belonged to New York. I'm so tired of kids in Iowa and Idaho with the New York attitude. But it's too late. The genie's out the bottle.
Totally.
I love how New Yorkers complain and won't go back. Y'all from New York, but do you live in Burbank now? You keep talking about New York and New York pizza. Yeah, I ain't going back to that snow, yo.
Oh, I can't. I've been out here too long. Hey, Sinbad, we didn't scratch the surface about what we want to talk about. We're coming up on the hour. I want to ask you. Wait, I want to ask you first of all, what can we see you in? Like, what are you up to, and where's? Look at me, I'm fixing my bra. Sorry. What?
That's New York. New York be right in
New Yorkers don't care.
Sinbad, let me tell you something.
I'm like, wait, let me
tell you. Hold on. Where my money at? I'm gonna buy my tickets from you. I'm like, what?
I took off my hat once.
And then if they do that, and you look at them, what you looking at? Well, you got. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought the signal. I thought it was the signal.
No, just fixing them. Just fixing them. Well, listen. We know you're a musician. We know that you have a lot of irons on the fire. What can we look forward to? And would you come back on so we can really talk about a lot of stuff that we want to talk about?
You know what? We got to do a weekly show. We got to do something where I just come in live from the Canyon Club, and we just talk about stuff and talk about other people, bring people in. Right now, I'm learning music.
Let's talk to us.
I'm the guy.
Yes, we got to talk. Yo, man, we got to do. I told Antoinette some of the ideas I had. That I said, I'll tell you, it's a time where it can be done. Comics can do it, and we can teach it to musicians. They just have to be taught. They got to be taught. Like, yo, first y'all got to quarantine. Y'all got to, so y'all can play together and not get sick. Y'all got to make a choice. All this band, we're not gonna go anywhere else, so we can go play in a place. I hadn't
thought about that. So you quarantine 2 weeks before, then you play together. It's like just a way of being responsible and keeping people safe. And
I know gospel guys are doing it. I know gospel guys are doing it
right now.
Huh? Who's doing
That's what the NBA is doing right now.
Exactly. Except when they go to Florida, dude. You saw what the Disney World workers said, right?
No,
we're not safe. So you're gonna put the ball players around us?
That's true.
Said, Disney is not making us safe. There's 5,000 workers down there. They said, you're gonna bring the NBA here. You're not taking care of us, and we're gonna be around the NBA guys.
That's true.
So it's it's easier with music. It's easier with comedy. Like, hey man, here's my 4 people. Got the band paired down. Here's my stuff. We can run some tracks. Also, got my keyboard player, got my horn player, everything. We can still perform and do places. I think it was Def Leppard. Who was it? Def Leppard? Somebody was already just doing concerts. They would go to a place and perform live, but just have it online, so people could be watching them online.
Right, and still have an audience. A sizable audience.
Yeah,
right?
Still have an audience.
I love it.
It can be done. It can be done. Just like this. Look how fast an hour goes. Even though we're not there, it still moves at a pace that's cool when it's conversational and everything.
I love it.
It's Daryl's house. Look, we watched Daryl's house. Ain't no audience.
Yes.
Have you watched Daryl's house?
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Have you watched it? Have you watched Daryl's house?
I've not watched it, but I know it.
Oh, you gotta watch it. Daryl Hall, gentlemen. Daryl Hall started in his living room with some GoPro cameras.
Yeah.
Took the barn, took it apart, and now it's actually a place to perform.
Yep.
Awesome.
Great show.
Yeah.
We'll have to do some chatting.
Yes.
So listen,
do that.
Last question.
Yes.
So somebody asked me this last week, and I thought, wow, brilliant question.
Okay.
If you had an opportunity to tell your young Sinbad, 6-year-old, 7-year-old Sinbad, something that Sinbad would need, that would be helpful to know about himself or about the world, or something that you that you wish that you knew at that age, and if you had the opportunity and you can tell him, what would you tell him?
First of all, when I ask those questions, I think we're supposed to have the life we had, because if I knew the things then that I know now, I don't think I'd be who I am now. So it'd probably be a different Sinbad talking to you. I think all the scars and all the obstacles are supposed to come our way. That's our journey. But what I would have told a 6-year-old Sinbad, there's a book I read, Preserve a Tough Hide and a Tender Heart. That's the smartest book I ever read. How to be tough and tender. Preserve a tough hide.
Wow.
And have a tender heart. How to be tough. That was my dad. Tough, but had heart. Don't lose your heart when you're being tough. But I would have told 6-year-old Sinbad, watch a lot of Bruce Lee, learn those moves. And when you see Wade Wilson, knock him the hell out. Knock Wade Wilson the hell out in 6th grade. As soon as you walk up on him on school grounds, are you Wade Wilson? And knock him straight out.
I love it. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much.
Cool. Now, thank you so much.
Appreciate having you.
All right. It was fun. To the next time.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, thank you, man. We're going to talk, dude.
Yeah,
all right,
talk this week.
All right, cool.